This past weekend, I went to the Bratton Brothers comic book garage sale, and I picked up a couple great goodies, and I got a special gift I really want to show off to you. Do you want to see what I got and what my gift is? Stay tuned. Hello to all my friends out there in YouTube land. It is your good buddy Philtastic Phil here, and I'd like to welcome you back to my channel. So like I said in the introduction, I went to the Bratton Brothers comic book garage sale this past weekend. I've gone twice before. I've done videos on those just like this one, and if you've missed those, I'll put links in the description of this video so you can go back to those, and I'll put a little card or something at the end as well. But before I get into that, in my last live video this past weekend, that's right, in case you didn't know, every Saturday around 11 a.m. Eastern Time, I do a live video, last week today live, where basically I discuss some news articles of the day, any books I've read, and anything I've picked up. And I had noted, as part of my pickups, I did get my Reggie Collects Soldier Supply box this past week, and I didn't have the 3 comics that were included in the Soldier Supply box near me when I did the video, but I have them now, so I'm going to show them off. The Soldier Supply box is something I'm a big advocate of. You get lots of great comic book supplies. You usually get a nice art print. My print was in the last ones. I know I've talked about it a lot. I don't want to seem like I'm bragging, but I am very proud of it. Hopefully I get to do that again soon. But also, you get some really cool comics in here. So I'm going to show off what I had here. First was Stray Dogs number 5. This is the second print. I haven't read any Stray Dogs, to be honest with you. I don't intend to. So this might be something that I either pass on or sell or whatnot. If you're reading this series and you enjoy it, tell me a little bit about it. I don't know. At this point, I'm probably not going to go back and get all the other ones, but if it sounds interesting, I might read it digitally at some point. This one, I think I might have gotten the number right on this. In fact, maybe if I could remember, I'll do a little kind of editing magic and go back and see if we got that number right. To show you. I should mention I did get my May Reggie Collects Soldier Supply box, but I have actually filed those comics away already. There were 3 comics. I know one of them was an issue of Todd McFarlane's Spider-Man series. I don't remember the number offhand. I want to say maybe it was 4. Sabretooth on the cover. This was Spider-Man number 2 from the McFarlane series with Lizard on the cover. Lizard's always been like one of my least favorite Spider-Man villains. I don't know. It's just, you know, I think that certain characters, well, many characters I should say, get to a certain point where your villains become kind of goofy. You know, like the X-Men have Sauron, Spider-Man has Lizard, Batman, I'm trying to think. See, here's the thing with Batman, it kind of doesn't work, because Killer Croc, I think, is actually a well-done villain. Not like how he was in that first Suicide Squad movie, but that movie had other issues entirely. And this was the creme de la creme, I have to say, of my Reggie Soldier Supply box. This is an issue of Uncanny X-Men I already have, but it's not in this grade. I actually didn't get a good look at it until today, and I was like, this is almost pristine. Like, this is something, if there's a CGC signing coming up, I would definitely send in. This is Uncanny X-Men number 213, classic Wolverine versus Sabretooth cover, and classic just fight scene entirely. And Reggie uses, I can't remember what they're called, but these clear kind of bags and boards that you can see everything through, but it's just a beautiful looking cover. The pages actually, from what I can see here, look white, and definitely a high grade, and this is definitely something that's staying in my personal collection. Okay, so that's enough with the Soldier Supply box. As I said, I went to the Bratton Brothers comic book garage sale here in northern New Jersey. They only live about like 10 minutes or so away from me, so it's very convenient. I've always had a great time hanging out there, just seeing Dave and Doug and Aaron from AA Comics. Aaron, I know I've spoken about his channel in the past, maybe not recently, but I'm going to say this. If you were to go to Guinness, why don't we say this, and say, who knows more about Batman than anyone else? Hands down, it would be Aaron. 100%. I'm going to put a link to his channel. I'm also going to put a link to Dave's channel as well, Action Figure Comedy, which is hilarious, and I have to pick his brain a little bit. I've been having an idea for a little video not compilation, but a team up, I guess. I got to remember to bounce that off him. I'm mentioning it here because I know that if I mention it here and I forget about it, somebody's going to say, hey, did you ever talk to Dave? But anyway, let me show you what I picked up. That's why you're here anyway. First, I don't work on a whole lot of runs right now just because a lot of the books I really enjoy just seem to be skyrocketing. Like, I've been working on my Uncanny X-Men run for years, but I'm just not touching that at all now, unless I could find a good deal. Maybe I did. See, there's a little tease there. But one of the series that I always look to kind of complete is my first volume of Marvel Comics Presents. So here I was filling in a couple of holes. Here's number 40. I loved Marvel Comics Presents as a kid because you got a little bit of a snippet of a story. And it's not too much, it's not this far into the series yet, but it used to be that you would get this and then you'd flip it over and you'd have like almost another cover. Here they just put a back cover. And I think Marvel was kind of smart how they did this, where they highlighted, of course, Wolverine, who was by far the biggest character they had at the time that wasn't Spider-Man. And then they threw in some backstories of maybe some lesser characters at the time. So that was number 40. This is number 41. Again, Wolverine in a pair of trunks. I thought it was a grape smuggler at first. I don't know if he was kind of horning in on Namor's territory. But it looks like he's enjoying Shark Week. This is probably a cover you wouldn't see nowadays because they'd probably be afraid that Peter would get involved or something. But on the back you have, again, some secondary characters. Hercules, the Blob. Actually, it looks like, I guess this was the Freedom Force at the time, or was it the MLF? No, Freedom Force, it says it right on it. And Wonder Man's in there as well. Trying to avoid that glare. Marvel Comics Presents number 45. Again, Wolverine front and center. Kind of a cool, stylized artwork on this, I have to say. And Marvel Comics Presents, if you didn't know, later issues, which is really where I think they get a lot of attention. You had Barry Windsor-Smith do the Weapon X saga, and then you had Sam Keith do a really great run that I actually just saw a documentary, I guess you could say, on YouTube recently. I think the channel is Jerk Comics, and he had a 5-piece series on the Max, and I'm not spoiling anything, but basically Sam Keith, who created the Max and was the illustrator I just named a few minutes ago, just basically hated his art style, if what this guy is saying is correct at least, from that time, because he felt like he was trying too much to be like Todd McFarlane. I just saved you like an hour in a summary of that video. But and then you have on the back, you have the Gray Hulk and Shooting Star. I don't know who that is, but she's there. Marvel Comics Presents number 56. You have Wolverine and the Hulk on the front. And on the back, you have Werewolf by Night, Speedball, and Stingray. Speedball, I have to say, is my least favorite Marvel character. I never got him. Just me. You know, I don't want any Speedball fans giving me any trouble. It's just me. Marvel Comics Presents number 58. Incredible Hulk and Wolverine again, teaming up for a mystery foe. On the back again, you have Werewolf by Night, classic Iron Man, and there's Namor in his aforementioned grape smuggler. You know, I've always toyed with the idea that I always wanted to write a comic. If I ever got a shot at doing a Deadpool comic, I would just have an epic scene where Deadpool is cracking up at Namor just because of his bathing suit. I don't know, I think that would be funny. Okay, Marvel Comics Presents number 61, Wolverine and Hulk. Hulk is kind of drawn to look kind of like either Artie Lang or John Belushi here. And on the back you have Doctor Strange, Scarlet Witch battles in the body of a pirate ancestor. And I guess I didn't know this. I'm no historian. I don't know how historically accurate this is, but apparently pirate women did not have buttons. You know, if you're a nautical expert, weigh in on this. let me know why that's the case. Maybe it's harder to button at C or something. I don't know. Then we have the What the Xmas special, which is Christmas, but they have to put X to get X-Men attention. And this is the first appearance, and I know this because I use the CLZ app and they have started identifying keys. This is the first appearance of this team up called Milk and Cookies. And it's probably the last appearance too. I wasn't familiar with them. I just thought that was a little strange. Okay. Amazing Adventures number 14. I think this is in the 3rd volume. And this is, again, number 14. And this is a early X-Men reprint with, is it Eunice or Unis? The Untouchable. This is just a reader copy, basically. I don't know. When I see these reprints, I like to grab them. And then this was the big get of the whole event, in my opinion. As I said, a lot of the key runs that I've been going, I've been going for, just have exploded in value. What If is basically untouchable at this point, at least the ones that I'm missing. And X-Men has been another one that, forget it, early, copies are just up there because every time Marvel announces a new project, people are like, well, the X-Men are going to come here. This is how it's going to happen. And no, I haven't seen Doctor Strange yet. I know about one of the big cameos, but I still don't think that counts. So this is, and they gave me a great deal on this. Thank you again, Bratton Brothers. X-Men number 54. The first appearance of Mr. Alex Summers, who will later be known as Havoc, Cyclops' brother. So that's good. That helps fill in a nice little gap there. The coolest thing, though, I got at the garage sale was gifted to me. In the past, when I've gone to the garage sale, I like to make a little bit of artwork for people I know who will be there. I made a Shazam painting for Dave Bratton at Sandman for Doug Bratton. The last time I was there, Matt Woods had showed up, and I forgot what I made for Matt. Did I make him a painting? I know I gave him a AOK. But then fast forward around Christmas time, if you might recall, I did a video where I had made some ornaments. It wasn't really meant to be ornaments, but I figured you can hang them up. I tried to make them non-holiday-y or non-holiday decorative, but whatever. And I had sent the Bratton Brothers those little ornaments as well. I have to think of something else to do for this year, come to think of it. But when this garage sale was coming up, things have kind of changed here. I have a 3-month-old. I have a lot of craziness going on, and I just didn't have the time or the energy to think of something to do. But I have to say, Dave emailed me, or direct messaged me rather, on Instagram a while ago. He said, "Who's your favorite character?" And I was in the middle of the night, to be honest with you, at least. I don't know. When you have a 3-month-old, time is kind of relative. It might have been like 2 o'clock in the afternoon, but it would have felt like 4 o'clock in the morning to me. And he asked who your favorite, who your favorite character is. And I think I named like 8 characters to him. But luckily he got my actual favorite character right, and it was probably the first one I said, Wolverine, and he gave me this really cool sketch that he himself dated. And I have to get this framed and put this up with my other artwork, and I really appreciate this. Thank you so much, Dave. This is very, very cool. I showed my wife. I took a picture and showed my mom. And no, this is awesome. I really, really appreciate it. Congratulations. You've reached, well, it's not the middle of the video at this point because I kind of was on a roll, in my own mind at least. So why don't we say it's towards the end of the video. And I want to give a special hashtag shout out to J80 Hobbies, and Brian LCS for shouting out our little hashtag in my last video. If you want a shout out, what you're going to have to do is in the comment section of this video, you're going to put hashtag Bratton Brothers Rule. Again, hashtag Bratton Brothers Rule. Go ahead and leave a nice comment. Put that hashtag, and you will get a shout out in our next video. So now let's go ahead and go back to the end of my video, which you're not gonna want to miss because I make a very special and important announcement. So stay tuned. Very important, before I wrap everything up, I do want to take note that, of course, this is pre-recorded, but I'm releasing this on Tuesday, May 24th, which is my 5th wedding anniversary. And my beautiful wife is watching, and I want to say thank you, honey. I love you very, very much, and happy anniversary. Now, very important announcement for everybody else. My next video is going to be on Thursday, May 26th, which is my birthday. And for my birthday, I'm going to give you, I'm going to tell you what my 100 subscriber contest is. So if you want a chance at what I think is a really cool prize, something unique, I haven't heard of anybody else doing it, but I'm sure if somebody else has, YouTube or the internet will remind me, no, somebody else did it, blah, blah, blah. I'm sure somebody will tell me. So with that, I am going to wrap this up. Thank you again for watching. I hope that you enjoyed my little video and my shenanigans. And I hope that you enjoy the rest of your day, your evening, your morning, whenever you're watching this. Peace, love, and comics. Take care.